sat down with Jimmy and the Roots for a classroom instrument version of one of her songs. That's kind of cute. I don't think of her as humorous at all.
No, but I like it when she does this kind of stuff, though.
Yeah.
She kind of blends in a little bit.
Stretches a little bit more, but it's like, what? Funny, Madonna?
I like the term Madonna and stretching in the same sentence somehow.
There's a lot of different ways with that. KNX News Time 658.
I'm Brian Scudamore from 1-800-GOT-JUNK. We're here to make your junk disappear. It's upstairs. The king-size mattress is just impossible to move.
They're the worst, all right.
The very worst. All you have to do is point, sir. Well, it's right. It's gone. I love this job. How did you do that?
We're from outer space, sir.
Well, okay then. Tell your friends, when you want junk to disappear,
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com. A king-size mattress.
It's here, the Northridge Home and Family Expo this Friday and Saturday at Cal State Northridge. Everything for your home improvement projects in one place. TV personality Stephen Katkowski will teach incredible workshops on kitchens, dream bathrooms, and creating outdoor living spaces. The first 200 attendees each day will receive a free carving knife. The Northridge Home and Family Expo this weekend at...
Read it again.
Wait, so what was the tweet from Clorox?
The tweet said, new emojis are all right, but where's the bleach?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
okay.
just talking about
In the head.
a bleach emoji, not like the
Menace.
same thing where everyone wants a taco emoji.
I know, bud.
Okay.
I know.
Yes.
I know that's what I get it.
Okay.
Personally, me, Woody, I get it. Ricky, do you get it?
I get it.
Greg, are you getting?
I nuclear get.
Seabass, are you getting? Oh boy, I don't know. Here, Seabass, why don't you read a couple of the responses from people on Twitter to Clorox?
This is from Gina Harris. Really, Clorox? A bleach reference when they introduce emojis of color?
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, come the hell on.
Khadijah at _Grandin said, excuse me? You all will never get my business again.
Oh, boom, roasted.
Damn.
No more Clorox for me. I'm going store brand bleach.
This is from at Jazzman_K. Fun with Clorox, he says. Here's a Clorox social media meeting. Hey, they added emojis with darker skin color. Okay, cool. Tweet a bleaching joke. Make it funny.
Look,
Good God.
if like the Klan had put out a bleaching
There
emoji,
you go.
okay?
Yeah, that might
but
make
when
sense.
you're Clorox and your business is bleach. Although, look, I don't want to seem insensitive, so I'll put it under the headline, man. Yo, man, that's up, right?
Yeah, right.
Little bit.
Right.
Little bit.
That's effed up, man.
It's bleach.
Not cool, bro.
But for your sheets you're gonna wear,
They
that
want emoji of a bottle, people.
They even put a picture of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Unbelievable.
You guys want another piece of that's not right news?
The Clorox outrage is not right.
Well, here we go. I'll give you this story about the owner of a food truck in Detroit. He had to change the wording on his menu after people got angry, Greg, because it said that the mozzarella sticks were, quote, not just breaded, they're battered like your wife, with your choice of sauces or ranch
They're
dressing.
battered like your wife.
Yeah. Not just
Okay.
breaded, they're battered like your wife.
What?
Excuse me?
There's some outrage I understand.
Ravi had delayed getting on that one.
Okay, gotcha.
I think she had just...
I had that's unbelievable
Like, that can't
getting
be real.
Let's see here. The owner, his name is Joe. He says the menu description was, quote, just a joke. He says, quote, we're not joking about battered women. We're just joking about the battered mozzarella sticks.
Hilarious.
How are they not joking about battered women?
Oh my God.
We're talking about the sticks, man.
Yeah. I don't see where the joke in there is, though. Like, is that a thing? Like,
Right.
mozzarella sticks, you're battered.
Battered. Like, what's funny about that?
Oh, man.
Oh my God.
Are they going to change the menu?
Well, what's really funny about it, apparently he took like the world, you know, like when a marker's running out of juice,
Yes.
you know, and like it writes, but it's almost like it becomes more of like a highlighter, where you can totally see through it. Like if you have a black Sharpie and it's running low,
Yeah.
you can still totally see through it. So on the side of the truck, they put like a line through it. So it looks like they tried to cover it, but you can still clearly read what it says.
God.
And then he was trying to make an argument that hey, well, look, even after the story broke, because all the news stations in Detroit ran with the story, He said, man, he goes, the mozzarella sticks have been the first thing to sell out the last couple days.
Well, yeah.
So
because
people are
of the
going down
campaign.
there and
People are
getting
just
it.
hungry for the sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Rave, let me get your opinion on this. The tank top that you wear underneath your shirt that's tight, what do you call those?
Bra.
No,
man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Undershirt.
What's another word for a tank top?
What do they call those? Remember what we used to call them?
She knows. She's playing stupid.
Wife beater.
Oh, that.
Okay.
You said you wear. I'm like, I don't know. I
not
wear
me.
a bra.
In general.
People.
Sorry, not you. In general. So is that not okay anymore? Like, if you say, oh, I'm wearing a wife beater
Well, yeah,
underneath
you know
my
what?
shirt.
That people have had a problem with that for a while now. That's not a
been
new thing.
But I'm wondering if it's just like, gone the way of other words that we can't say.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
has.
so the owner of the food truck, his name is Joe. Something tells me that he's just looking for this kind of thing. I mean, the name of his food truck, you ready? Dago Joe's food truck.
What? Dago
Yeah,
Joe's?
Dago.
Dago, as in
Not Dago, like
okay.
D-A-Y, like Dago.
a
Like,
degrading term for an Italian.
yeah, look at this Dago over here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't
Check
even
out
know.
this wop,
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Dago Joe's food truck. So there you go. That's not cool.
Yo, man, that's up.
So there you go. Couple things in the news, man. Just not right.
For the hour.
Good morning. This is traffic on KNX 1070 News Radio. We have a fatal in the Long Beach area. Over and all is Mike By is in there 1070.
405 south into 710. The transition that takes you north on the 710 and the right lane of the freeway, the main line here, all blocked off. You are getting by in the carpool and the three left lanes. It's a backup from Avalon where we've got another crash here involving a delivery truck and a couple of cars, but it's not serious. It's off to the shoulder. But definitely the 105 and the 91 are good alternates to this.
Yeah, absolutely. Eastbound side of the 91, eastbound 105 to the southbound 710 to rejoin that south 405. That's the way to go. Let's go to Michael Bryan in Air 1070 up the Corona area.
91 westbound past Main Street. They're still in the carpool lane. Motorcyclists went down here. It's very heavy from the 15, but not so bad ahead into the canyon now.
All right, hearing about a new problem on the 91 eastbound. This is heading into the Cerritos area, right around Norwalk. There's a 4-car crash getting cleared to the right shoulder, back up to about the 605. Traffic and weather together on the 5s. Our next report at 7:15 from your Southern California traffic leader, KNX 1070 at CBSLA.com.
There are growing calls in California and all over social media for a judge to step down for giving a shorter than normal sentence to a man who sodomized a 3-year-old girl. 10 years, not the minimum of 25 to life. And now, Orange County District Attorney Tony Rackauckus is taking his own action.
It's a horrendous crime, so I do intend to appeal the case. The sentence that Judge Kelly gave is an illegal sentence. There's a minimum sentence required if the victim is under 10 years old.
And Judge Michael Mark Kelly said he didn't think the man was a true pedophile or danger to society. Also in Southern California, a car with 4 people inside went off a road into Los Angeles Harbor yesterday. Bystanders rushed to help.
A mother and a father were like, help us, my kids are sinking, they're drowning.
A 13-year-old boy died, 8-year-old boy listed in grave condition. The 2 adults are in fair condition. Police are investigating. Day 4 of deliberations today in the Aaron Hernandez murder trial in Fall River, Massachusetts. The ex-NFL star is charged with killing a semi-pro player. At least 15 Midwest farms are now affected by a bird flu strain that's deadly to poultry. Live to CBS's Barry Bagdano.
Birds are falling dead in front of you, how a North Dakota turkey producer describes the impact of H5N2, a highly contagious virus likely spread by migrating wild waterfowl. More than 600,000 turkeys have either died of disease or have been euthanized. You feel like you've been sucker punched. Rob Porter at the very busy University of Minnesota Veterinary Diagnostics Lab.
The past week has been very difficult because it seems like it's been one after another.
About 40 countries have instituted import restrictions. Additional federal assistance is being sought to help an industry under siege. Steve?
Reports say Hillary Clinton will officially enter the Democratic field for president with a Sunday social media post. CBS News political director John Dickerson.
She has to answer the question why she's running. That question is being answered by her opponents and by pundits. They're saying she's the 3rd term of Barack Obama. They're saying she just thinks it's her turn. she's running to take advantage of the fact she would be the first woman nominee. She has to replace those answers with a rationale for her own candidacy.
Republican candidate Ted Cruz leads a group of other likely GOP hopefuls speaking at the NRA annual convention in Nashville today. Last November, freshman athlete Lauren Hill made news, playing briefly in a women's college basketball game despite a crippling brain tumor. Now there's word Hill, a student at Mount St. Joseph University in Cincinnati, died this morning at 19. The Dow is up 33. Time on the roundup, 8 past the hour.
Attention drivers, the 710 freeway will experience partial and full lane closures between Florence Avenue and Washington Boulevard this Friday night until Monday morning. Caltrans says avoid delays by using alternate routes and be work zone alert. Visit the Caltrans website for more details.
You probably just reviewed and turned in your professional report.
Yeah, I forget, like it was like inadvertent something, arousal.
Right.
Yeah, didn't mean to get aroused. It just so happened, you know.
He didn't have the callous disregard.
What's a fella to do when a 3-year-old girl walks in the room?
Exactly.
So let's forget that mandatory 25-year sentence. Let's just make it 10.
Make it 10. Yeah. Shave it by 15 years.
It's insane.
So the district attorney has announced that he is indeed going to appeal that reduced sentence. He says there is a mandatory language in that section of the law, so that indicates that there is no discretion. In plain English, the judge didn't have the right to reduce the guy's sentence from 25 years to 10 years. The DA's office they're just kind of doing the waiting game. They're waiting for some paperwork and some transcripts, which they're supposed to get by today. They're going to file that appeal. And by the way, there's a Facebook page that was set up to recall Judge M. Mark Kelly. That's gotten thousands and thousands and thousands of likes. And there's also a change.org petition against that judge. But an actual recall of the judge is looking like it's going to be pretty hard. They would need just under 90,000 signatures of registered Orange County voters.
I'm sure they could find that.
But they would need to get those in just 160 days. They're saying they would have to get more than 90,000 just because they have to be verified in case some people are faking the signatures and such. So they say that recalling the judge is actually not an easy thing to do.
No, but you know what we should do? Like, we should start something where we get together and we just like call all the other radio stations, even people who are not in our building. Let's call in TV stations. Let's call KTLA. Let's call Kevin and Bean. Let's call everybody. And we'll go down the hall to Big Boy, and we'll have like a big come sign the petition event.
In Orange County,
In Orange County.
It has to be, specific.
And get, everybody, who wants somebody who's going to go easy on child rapists?
I would venture to say nobody.
And so if it's one of these things, well, that's going to be really difficult. Well, let's all band together and try to figure out a way to get the signatures so it's at least a conversation.
I'm down.
I guess the petition alone is not enough. Like getting the signatures and everything else is maybe not enough. That just allows there to be then a conversation whether this guy should be recalled.
Right.
But clearly, I mean, not just this case with the 3-year-old girl. What about the other one where it's that CHP officer who got busted by Perverted Justice, the people behind the To Catch a Predator show on on NBC?
He was on his way to do something similar with a 13-year-old.
He drove 45 minutes out of his way to go meet up with what he thought was a 13-year-old girl. Turned out to be a decoy person from this Perverted Justice place.
Yeah.
And he drove. He was going to go hook up. They had, condoms, a slice of key lime pie, which is strange.
Yeah.
And then, instead of getting, whatever the recommended sentence was for that, they gave the guy 1 year. This guy is just soft on child rapists.
Right. And yet we pay his salary.
And yet it's going to be so, impossible to even have the conversation to get this guy recalled.
Insane.
Get out of here, man.
Sounds like it's almost impossible.
Yeah, so let's just put, we don't care about, that stupid radio, competition stuff. Oh, well, don't mention your competition. Let's forget about all that radio competition stuff for a minute, media competition stuff, and let's all ban. That's correct.
Riding, booty, and combat are names of different styles of what accessory?
Bracelets?
Oh. And then you got laughed at by Hillary Duff.
No, they're boots. They're shoes.
Oh my God.
Riding, booty.
Is that it? It's over? Well, that was so fast and so anticlimactic. Well, there it is, Jolene. You win. You got it. Congratulations. You got a Battle Sexes Championship certificate. Download it as a PDF. Hang it with pride, okay?
Okay.
And you also have tickets to go check out this girl. Kelly Clarkson in concert, Staples Center. You will be there. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. On sale now at access.com, AXS.com.
That's a good gift.
It's a great gift,
what do
isn't
I get
it?
for being here?
Well, you took it from our kitchen.
I didn't even get to enjoy that. It was a Fiber One bar.
Fiber One. You put her on blast.
My FM traffic is so defeatist and everything. I just know like the other stations won't go for it. I'm sure we can get KTLA on it.
Yeah.
Although maybe because it's a political thing, because it's involving a judge and whatever. But I mean, who is not going to stand up against somebody who is sympathetic to child rapists?
Yeah.
Who is that? Who is that person?
No one that we know.
Right. So forget all that other stuff. It's about protecting children. It's about protecting the public.
Down.
Ugh.
Disgusting.
Yeah, let's get with John and Ken.
Yes, they
Down
would
at
do it.
KFI.
Oh, they will go. They would go nuts.
They love stuff like that.
Oh, Bill O'Reilly would love to join in too. Let's
Call
get
your
him. I
friend
will call my friend.
Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly.
Seabass, would you mind putting a call into the Fox News channel? Just let Bill O'Reilly know
See
that
what
Greg
Bill's
Gorey
up
is on
to.
hold.
And he will say, I will take that call immediately.
His best friend.
Yeah. This story getting a lot of attention right now, actually nationally. There's a bill in Kansas that's expected to be signed into law that would limit how a family on welfare can spend their money. The goal of the bill is relatively simple. It's to get people on welfare to use their money more responsibly. And there are the usual things on the no-no list, like strip clubs and gambling and stuff like that. But that list is about to get a lot longer. State of Kansas is adding concert tickets, pro or college sporting event tickets, video arcades, movie theaters, swimming pools, theme parks, jewelry stores, spas, nail salons, lingerie shops, and the all-important psychics. Which, it seems pretty logical, right? You don't have enough money to keep the lights on without getting government assistance. So by all means, let's use the money we're being given to buy lottery tickets and hit up a Dodgers game, right? Some people are angry about that idea. They say that people on welfare should be able to spend the money on whatever they want. And they argue that the law would, quote, basically function under the assumption that people receiving welfare are irresponsible and incapable of making their own financial decisions, and that not only would it be kicking these families while they're down, it would take away some of life's simplest, arguably necessary joys too.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, man. Like, it's weird. Like, this is a conflict for me because I know there are people like you need those little
You need to go to the movies, like a little escape.
I don't know about need, you know what I mean? But that's the thing. It's like it would be nice. However, as a taxpayer, right? And everybody has gone through struggles, man. Like I didn't start out making any kind of money in my life. You know what I mean? I didn't come from money. Menace lived in his car for a while. Granted, it was a Mercedes, but still.
A
Mercedes SUV.
He lived in his car for 9 months, but it was a Mercedes.
I know, but
like,
what I'm saying is
sort
not
of like I lived in a penthouse.
No, what I'm saying is like, well, if you're living, that is the penthouse of living in cars.
It was living in a car. It still sucked, no matter what car it was.
No, I get that part. What I'm saying is like, I understand, and I'm not like saying we should never have any kind of welfare whatsoever, but welfare is supposed to be a bridge, not just something that people just continually live on for their entire life. Because, well, I get enough from welfare to get by. I also have enough for, like, I don't think if I'm doing a budget for my house, my own personal financial budget, and X number of dollars come in, and I'm doing all the things like, paying a mortgage or rent or whatever, and then your utilities and all the things that you need to pay for your necessities.
Their necessities, right.
That kind of stuff. And if I don't have enough to buy a beach house,
guess what?
You know what I mean?
You're not getting a beach
shouldn't
house.
have a beach house. And I know there's a big difference between going to a movie or whatever. My point is, if you don't have the money for the, quote, luxuries, those nice little things in life, I don't know. I mean, there's such irresponsible spending with government as it is. So that part I understand. Now, however, for the government who has no idea how to spend money.
Right. It's ironic.
To tell other people how to be financially responsible, that's hilarious.
That's hilarious. That's the part that's hilarious.
And when I saw the story initially, I thought to myself, like, the same thing. Like, well, dude, if you don't have the money, like, you shouldn't be, if you don't have the money to keep the lights on, you shouldn't be going out and going to
the nail salon.
To Disneyland.
Yeah.
Like,
definitely
you
not.
shouldn't be able to use your, your welfare money to go buy an iPad or something, at Best Buy.
Absolutely not.
You shouldn't be able to do that.
And I don't think you're evil if you think that way.
But there was also a part of me that was thinking, like, I do have sympathy for people who are struggling.
Sure.
Because that sucks. Like, I told you the story about my mom, single mom, had me very young, and, like, there was one point where she couldn't afford groceries, and her best friend bought the groceries, and she still has today the grocery bag that my mom's friend had wrote a note on about, Nancy, you're going to make it through this. And so I do have some sympathy for people who are struggling, but who are trying to get themselves out of it.
Right.
Okay? The people, again, who are just living off the system and have no plans, don't have any sympathy for that. Now, I couldn't figure out the best way to explain my position until I watched Jon Stewart on The Daily Show. Did you see? I know you watched The Daily Show, Ravi.
Yeah.
So did you see this?
Yes.
I thought this was really great.
It's brilliant.
And I've edited it down because it was like a 7-minute segment. So this is like a little under 2 minutes.
About the Kansas situation?
Yes. And it's more to the point where, like, okay, well, who is the government to tell everybody? Like, the state of California, I think if it was an independent economy, would be the 5th largest economy in the world.
Right.
And yet we can't figure out how to fund stuff.
Right.
Because California irresponsibly spends all of our tax money, right?
Spending problem.
Look at the federal government. They have no idea how to spend money. We should all...
The federal government using the word budget is hilarious.
We should all be flush with cash.
Yeah.
You know, if we were really looking about what we really need as opposed to what we really want.
And what we spend.
And then what we spend, right? So anyway, I'm watching Jon Stewart last night, and I thought he had it perfect. He's taking on the governor of Kansas. He's taking on government and their spending. Check this out.
It used to be that Kansas barred welfare money from being spent on what were considered destructive behaviors, your alcohol, your gambling, your smoking. Now Kansas has decided to expand the restrictions.
Assistance won't be allowed at places like movie theaters, swimming pools,
lingerie shops, psychic or fortune-telling business,
cruise ships,
theme parks, and nail salons.
Oh! There is one fun accessory you can still get with your relief money.
guns and ammo.
See, I'm all for people being able to own guns.
Yeah.
You know, I'm for that. I'm a believer in the Second Amendment and everything. I own a gun. I'm a gun owner. Okay. But come on, man. Like, I don't think that you should be able to use your welfare money.
Nor do I.
To go out and buy guns and ammo.
That's true. You're poor, but you're still an American.
Right.
So basically, the Brownback principle is government has no right to dictate to you how to spend your money or hold your gun until you're on the dole. Then you forfeit those inalienable rights. And the government can, at that point, step in and treat you like a bad child. You haven't recovered from the national economic collapse? You know movies. It should only be for what you need. And the government gets to tell you what you need. Which brings us to our point. For Kansas to be making this decision seems a little strange because according to the latest figures available, for every dollar Kansas contributed to the federal government, it mooched roughly $1.29. Kansas might say, hey, trust us, we know best how to manage our money, but it doesn't seem like you do. That's the fact, Kansas, you're on the dole. And if you need to take tax money from New York and Illinois, that's okay. Just remember the fact that you're accepting government assistance shows you can't be trusted to make your own decisions. We'd love to err on the side of freedom with Kansas, but for your own good, I think we got to place some restrictions on how you can spend that state welfare. Kansas, these rules may feel petty and unnecessary and quite frankly, insulting. But maybe they'll motivate you to escape your culture of federal dependency. But until then, let's see how you like being treated like the welfare queens you are. We'll be right back.
Yeah, I mean, that was great, right?
That's good. I
thought
just
that was
find
really
it
good.
slightly ironic that, okay, both sides of government, even I'm not that jaded, both sides of the government, R, D, left, right, they both suck. They
All
both
of them.
spend like crazy drunken sailors.
Professional politicians
But it's no
suck.
Right, it's no secret that Jon Stewart is by far on the way left, and he's right there in that piece. He's speaking like he's on the far right. So I find it ironic, and he's just making fun of gun owners. Oh, after all, we're in America. You know, he says that tongue-in-cheek. Like, yeah, John, we are in America. We do have the Second Amendment. And then he's saying all these things that sound very non-leftist.
Well, again,
about telling us what we should do with our lives.
Isn't that kind of the whole point, though, Greg? I mean, that's like my whole thing about the contradiction of, like, the government is telling everybody else how to, be financially responsible.
Well,
and
no,
that is my issue there.
There's the irony there, too. Yeah. But then, you're told what kind of bag you can use, what kind of soda you can drink. It's like, oh, keep your hands off of us.
Keep your vaping laws off my
vaping laws off my biate.
It's just vape. It's just water vapor.
Exactly.
Right, Greg?
Right.
Who cares that
That's
it smells
what it
like
comes
flan?
down to.
909 says, how do you guys feel about being drug tested in order to get welfare? Like, look, and Greg and I have talked about this, and I think Greg made the point the best, where he said in one conversation where, look, if I'm here at work and my employer drug tests,
if I have to get drug tested to work for my money
and earn money, right? Like, why should that be any different for people who aren't working to collect money?
Right.
I mean,
for it.
There are businesses that have that same rule. Like,
Totally for
if
it,
you don't
yeah.
pass your drug test, you're not going to work. You don't work, you don't get paid.
Yeah.
So I think, and if you need, the assistance or whatever, like, why are you going out and spending? I know there's addiction. I get that. Okay, but there's also programs that,
Well, even if you don't need the assistance, you're making a relatively okay living and you're saving for a house. When you're saving up for a down payment for a house, you're probably not going out to fancy dinners.
No, I'm not even talking about, like, hardcore drug addicts, like people who are heroin addicts or, just totally, methed out all the time. I'm talking about the guy who just wants to, like, smoke weed all day and collect welfare and then wants to bitch about the fact that, well, dude, I got to take a drug test and come on, man, I just want to smoke out. Okay, well, smoke out. I don't care if you smoke out.
Don't ask me to pay for it.
Right, exactly. That's all.
Not paying for it.
That's all. All right, so we're going to move off that. The Friday turn up.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get back to that.
Well, I mean, these are, these are, especially that judge in Orange County. I really want, see, guys, let's try to do something.
Already reached out, yeah.
Let's see if it's possible. Let's talk to John and Ken. Let's start there because they're in our building.
Totally.
I know Big Boy would probably get on board. He's got kids.
Yeah.
You don't even need to have kids to be on board with that, though.
No.
John and Ken led the charge to get the governor of California recalled.
Yeah,
I think we should get a judge recalled.
Yeah, it's true. It's 90,000 signatures in a city of 13 million people. It just doesn't seem like that unattainable.
Right.
To at least get the conversation going. So, thank you. Please keep me updated on that there, Sebastian. All right, it's an important story.
All right.
It is.
I think both stories are important. Are they the most fun? No.
Nope.
No. But we cover a little bit of everything. I mean, we do have a game on the show called Guess Who's Gas.
Right.
So I think it's fair to say that we cover, the entire spectrum from completely base level, immature, guess whose fart that was, all the way up to real serious, hard-hitting issues. The Woody Show, always here for you. Coming at ya.
The Woody Show. 98.7 traffic.
The other, and then all of a sudden Sacramento figures out a way to get around it. So that's what we're looking at.
Well, it's a little more difficult for them. They got to be very, very creative, and each time we nail it shut, it's a lot more difficult for them to get creative. But if we do it just through statute up in Sacramento, they can change it the next year anytime they want. So a new constitutional amendment, at least it has to go to a vote of the people to change it. That's both the good and the bad. But to change it, we have to take it back to the vote of the people, and hopefully make it more difficult for them to take it and use it on other issues.
All right, so what kind of support have you got up there?
Well, we just introduced it. I think most people support it. The question is whether the leadership of the majority party is going to see that as a priority, as the people do, and let it get on the ballot, or are they going to push other things to the forefront? The governor, the Democrat leaders have talked about infrastructure this year. This is a very tangible way that we can use money that people have already earmarked for infrastructure and actually let it be spent that way.
Yeah, you know what the roads look like down here. You're from Diamond Bar, so you know what we need.
Well, my shock absorber has been replaced in the car more than I care to admit, along with blown out tires and everything else.
Yeah, you and everybody else. All right, good enough. Senator, appreciate your time this morning.
Good to talk to you.
You bet. Senator Bob Huff there from Diamond Bar. KNX News Time, 7:25. Let's update what's happening with traffic and weather together on the 5s. Brought to you now by the perfectly powerful Peanut, and here is Jen.
You love to say that, don't you? You have so much fun doing that. All right, let's go to Mike Bias. Mike, we're over this singular force in the Long Beach area. Did you find the stalled rig as well? Let's go to Mike Bias in Air 1070.
Still kind of looking here as you come up on all this mess at the 405 South at the 710. A little bit before this, said to be a stalled truck in the middle lane. So far, I don't see it, but traffic is so slow here, it's kind of hard to tell. But it is backed up from before Avalon, coming down to the South Bay curve. Definitely you want to get off the freeway and use some alternates. Of course, the 91, Artesia will take you to the 91. You can also go all the way south to Wardlow. Get back on the freeway here or use Del Amo.
All right, I want to mention that Tariq called in and saying it was a stalled rig, so Mike has been looking for it. What's out of the 405 in the back up there at Alameda in the middle lane. So that's just adding to the tough drive. Got a call from Liz saying she took trying to take the 405, she took the 110 south to the East 91. And then she took the South 710 down, and she said it was a beautiful drive. Now, I'm seeing some volume on that South 710 heading down towards the 405. I want to give you a heads up. That's an alternate, but we've been, recommending it for the last hour or so. So it's bound to get a little heavy, but it still looks like that South 710 is a good alternate to rejoin the South 405. Let's go to Michael Bryan in Air 1070 over the 60.
60 eastbound transition to the South 71. There is an accident there, but it's off to the right shoulder. Volume's right here. Both sides of the fence look good.
And I couldn't resist. Eastbound 134 in the Glendale area Pacific. We've got ducks in the roadway. Power up your breakfast with peanut butter. Just 2 tablespoons delivers 7 grams, I'm not kidding, of energy-boosting protein. Spoon into your yogurt or oatmeal or on sliced apples or right off the spoon. For more from the perfectly powerful peanut, visit nationalpeanutboard.org. Traffic and weather together on the 5. Our next report at 7:35 from your Southern California traffic leader, KNX 1070 and CBSLA.com.
The forecast today, Josh Rubinstein at CBS2 calling it. He says 70s later on today under partly cloudy skies. For tomorrow and Sunday, about the same thing. Currently south, it has 50. It is 48 degrees in San Bernardino right now. And in Pasadena right now, it's 52 degrees.
There's a way to enjoy less every day. In the first ever all-electric BMW i3, you can enjoy less every time you drive. Fully charged in about 3.5 hours, you'll enjoy less charging time. And with up to 81 miles per charge, you'll enjoy less charging sessions. You'll enjoy less stops at the gas station because you won't stop for gas. With its agile handling, you'll enjoy a less boring commute. You'll even enjoy less maintenance costs, since BMW Ultimate Service is no cost for up to 4 years or 50,000 miles. And with lower carbon emissions, you'll enjoy making less of an impression on the Earth, unless you're counting tire tracks. Hurry into your local BMW center and test drive the all-electric BMW i3, winner of the 2014 World Green Car and World Car Design of the Year awards. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. For maintenance terms and conditions, see BMWUSA.com/ultimate service. 81-mile range based on EPA test results.
For a limited time, lease the first ever all-electric 2014 BMW i3 for as low as $239 a month. Visit SoCalBMW.com today for details.
This portion of the news brought to you by your SoCal BMW centers.
This is Top Gun DUI defense attorney Miles L. Vernon. Getting arrested for DUI can happen to anyone, even people who don't drink but take prescription drugs. If you, a loved one, or a friend is ever arrested for DUI, don't assume you have to plead guilty. My team of attorneys and I...
Hopped in his car the other day. He's moving from Chicago to Los Angeles. He's like halfway here.
Oh, that is happy
I'm
news.
excited about it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hi, Ryan. Drive safe.
And he's going to live with you for a while, right?
Well, yeah.
Let's get Allie on line 5. Allie, what's your happy news?
For a little while, probably until he gets on his feet.
And Hill, your happy news is your song, which we're going to debut in a few minutes here.
Why did you get to tell my happy news?
Oh, wow, caustic, party of one. Okay, what's your happy news?
My happy news is that I get to premiere my single on the radio.
Oh my gosh, did you bring it with you?
In CD form in my back pocket.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Brought it in.
Oh, so you have your song today. We can world premiere it.
Yeah.
I had no idea. That's really nice of you to share that with us.
It's on a tape, a cassette.
Okay.
You still have one of those laying around?
Probably somewhere in the office, actually. Yeah, we probably do. All right, 866-544-MyFM. What is your happy news? Let us be your rooftop. Shout it from MyFM, 866-544-MyFM.
Hey, we are Echo Smith. Stay connected to your favorite station.
With a News Watch.
Oh, so you were just looking at her and then all of a sudden she became a different ethnicity?
Bring him previously.
We're the #1 hybrid and clean diesel dealer.
On a mattress, and you're not even going to have to pay the tax on it. That is something cool. That is new America right there.
Great.
That is simplifying the tax code, right, Ravi?
What tax code?
Right. No taxes. Tax-free
There you
month at
go.
Orange County Mattress. So they're going to pay the sales tax on any new mattress you buy now through April 30th. You can save hundreds of dollars on any size. Sealy, Serta, Simmons, Heirloom, even on their Orange County mattress collection. Go king size if you can afford it, man. Space-wise. You'll be able to afford it money-wise. Space-wise, in your bedroom, if you can go king, you should be on a king mattress.
I really want to go king.
Come experience why so many customers give Orange County Mattress 4- and 5-star reviews at all of their 13 locations throughout Los Angeles and Orange County. Easy financing available, plus they really do mean same-day delivery. Shop tax-free all month long at Orange County Mattress, where you are the mattress expert. Make sure you mention The Woody Show when you stop in. They are a new, proud sponsor here on the program. For all the locations, to find a location nearest you to get more on their sales and what they offer, just visit them online at ocmattress.com. That's ocmattress.com. Orange County Mattress. Get a better night's sleep tonight.
Now, win your way to EdgeFest 25 with this keyword.
Fireworks. Fireworks. Fireworks.
Text that keyword to 45495. We'll text you back to confirm your entry. Standard message and data rates apply. Must be 21 or over. You could be on your way to EdgeFest 25, an iHeart Radio Festival.
It's 98.7. Does Ravi have sports coming up next for you? Yes, she does.
You bet.
Oh, yeah. So Ravi's going to have your sports coming up later on this morning. 4-pack of tickets to Knott's Berry Farm. Check out Knott's Boysenberry Festival. Open now through April 12th. It's The Woody Show.